George, dans le fond, né à Ottawa, grandi ici, né à Montréal, grandi à Ottawa. Qu'est-ce que ça te fait, justement, de porter les couleurs de l'Alliance de Montréal? Toi qui as quand même une expérience là, dans CVL.
C'est quelque chose vraiment que c'est une situation qui est unique. Le pouvoir de retourner à la maison pour jouer devant les partisans où j'ai été né. Alors, comme ça me fait vraiment content quand je pense tout ce que j'ai dû réussir pour retourner à la maison, genre, pour aller Division 1, jouer à l'Université de Creighton pour 4 ans, March Madness, 3 de ces 4 ans, pour aller jouer professionnellement pour 10 ans, puis maintenant je retourne à la maison. C'est une situation qui est vraiment unique, mais je vais vraiment je vais avoir beaucoup de fun cet été. On va juste dire ça.
Tu parles de ta carrière NCAA. Ça fait 10 ans.
Ça fait 10 ans. Ouais.
Parles-tu encore des gars comme Doug McDermott qui jouent encore dans la NBA?
Toujours.
Est-ce que tu as des liens avec lui?
Toujours. C'est un de mes meilleurs amis. Et puis tous mes coéquipiers que j'ai joué avec pendant mon temps à Creighton, c'est une amitié qui a vraiment été approfondie à cause du basket. Alors, quand j'y pense vraiment, c'est comme quelque chose aussi que I don't want to take that for granted. L'amitié qu'on a eue, qu'on a cultivée. Alors, c'est encore un de mes meilleurs amis. N'importe quelle équipe il joue pour, ça fait comme, je pense, 7 équipes pour 10 ans pour lui. Alors maintenant, il est de retour à Indiana. C'est mon équipe favorite maintenant. Ouais.
Guys, welcome back to Montreal.
Thank you.
So you played at Vancouver last year.
Yeah.
You guys hosted the event. Didn't go according to plan, being
Of course.
the band is here. So what can
Thanks
you...
for reminding me.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for. What can you tell the Alliance? Because again, being a host, a lot of pressure. You want to win it.
Yeah.
They came up short. So what can you tell these guys to avoid in terms of them trying to get to that point of, hey, we're going to host and hopefully win in mid-August?
Let me just preface by saying everything that I'm saying is no shade to Vancouver. Obviously, I love that organization. I've still got good friends over there, all that stuff. But what I would say to this team is just not take the regular season for granted. Just from experience last year, we understood that we were going to be in the semifinals anyways. But you can't take your foot off the gas. Every day you have to come and compete, find ways to get better, find ways to familiarize yourself with your teammates. And it's building blocks to win a championship. You know, if we come from day one with the mindset of we're here to try and build something to a championship, I think good things will go down the line. But if we come understanding, you know what, we only got 2 games to win a championship, that's where, you know, things get a little dicey. So from that experience last year, I guess that would be the number one thing that I'm going to be trying to stress to these guys since day one.
What did Joel sell you on you coming to Montreal this season?
The opportunity to be a leader, obviously with the pro experience that I have. It's a lot of young, good athletes here who know the game of basketball, but there's something about experience and leadership that this group kind of lacked. And in my conversations about the prospects of coming here, that's one of the things that we really touched on. So again, I'm just looking to see how I can influence these young guys, trying to lead them the right way, trying to put my thumb on the scale a little bit, which will favor us winning. And obviously what I can do on the court, you know, that kind of speaks for itself with the experience that I have. So again, just it's a unique opportunity, a unique journey that I get to go on with these guys, and I'm very much looking forward to, you know, leading these guys, and hopefully they reciprocate the same kind of I guess path that I'm trying to lead everyone on.
That was basically going to be my question. Because of your vast experience of playing professional basketball, you are new to this team, new to this franchise. You have spoken to Joel about being the leader or one of the leaders on this team this summer. Will you have any issues doing that because you are a new person on this team? Joel, I think specifically brought you here for that. Will you get in guys' faces? Will you tell them if they're not being professional, all that kind of stuff? Some of the dirty work that you have to do as a leader. I think it's important that some of the young players you're talking about understands and respects you as a person that's not coming from a place of negativity,
Right.
but you're trying to win. Is that the type of influence you're going to have on this roster?
That's what I hope to have, obviously. And there's different ways that guys can take it when you get into their face. I've learned throughout my years that different guys are led in different ways. I learned that very early in my career. One of my college teammates, Ethan Rogge, that's my guy. He's one of those guys who doesn't like to be yelled at all the time. Some guys, that motivates them. Some guys, that don't. It's my job to figure out who I need to like kind of massage with my words and who I can really get into their face, and both resulting into a positive result. So that's up to me to figure that out as I get to know these guys, as we spend more time off the court, which I think is a very undervalued part of leadership. I think some people don't understand that, like, to be effective on the court, it really comes from the friendship that you start to build off the court. So as I get to know these guys, we start to go out and eat and get to know each other and where we come from and the reason why we are doing what we're doing. It just kind of builds a further trust when we get on the court. That way, when there's a loose ball, because I know my teammate is going through what he's going through and the reason why he's fighting on the court with me, there's no hesitation for me to dive on that loose ball. And it's just one of those things where it becomes a snowball effect where everyone's going to want to sacrifice, take charges, do the dirty work. That's going to help us, win games and then eventually, hopefully, win a championship.
And what you said was very profound and very important, that you don't want to back yourself into the semifinals.
Mm-hmm.
You want to be, at least build championship habits, if you will, because as you said, if you take the season for granted, it could be a bad ending. And
Yeah.
I think if you tell your teammates that, I think they'll understand. And you could use your experience with Vancouver
Mm-hmm.
as a point of reference, because I think it's important that just because you're in the semifinals already, you gotta also seize the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the pressure that you can use or build towards that common goal. And I think that'll be good.
Yeah, I also think like with just the way that these games are made, with Elam ending and how hectic we've all seen some of those endings be, these are really big building blocks, game by game. How are we gonna, like, once Elam ending time comes, how is it that we're gonna either change what we're doing or go to like our regular packages of things in order to come out and get a victory? We have multiple chances this summer to figure out what that specific formula is going to be. So again, it's something that I'm very much looking forward to discussing with the guys, discussing with the coaching staff, and to help this team win. And I came here with the goal to win, and everything else will fall by the wayside if all we do is win. So I'm very much looking forward to that.
This is a two-parter here. Which player are you looking forward to playing with the most on this team?
Mm-hmm.
And have you spoken to Coach Alston yet about what you've seen from his style of play from last year when you were at Vancouver?
Haven't had it. I'll answer the second part first. Haven't had a chance to speak to him just yet about it, but just the style of play that Montreal had, the really tough, aggressive defense, which is something that I've basically based my career on, getting up into guys' jerseys and trying to turn them over or trying to funnel them into situations defensively. I think Montreal did a really good job with that last year. And it's kind of unfortunate because their record didn't show how good of a team it actually was, and that was due to some injuries and some guys missing and stuff like that. But again, we haven't had a chance this summer to kind of play with that tough identity defensively, and I'm very much looking forward to being one of the leaders there as well. Forgetting your first part,
You look forward to playing with most
Ahmed Hill. I've played against him a couple times overseas, and he's such a tough cover. I don't have to cover him this year. I get to actually pass him the ball, so. Definitely a guy I'm looking forward to playing with. And then Alain Louis, my brother was actually his assistant coach at Carleton, so I've known him for quite some time, never got to play with him. Another guy that I'm very much looking forward to playing with. So again, these guys, because of this league, you kind of get to know these guys. Obviously playing overseas, you get to know these guys too. You don't always think that you'll have a chance to play with them. So it's an opportunity that I'm going to try and cherish as best as I can. And again, it's all about winning at the end of the day.
Michael puis Alex, ça fait 10 ans que tu joues pro,
Mhm.
mais c'est pas la première fois que tu reviens jouer l'été ici dans la CBL. Je me demandais qu'est-ce qui te rend content de revenir ici, qu'est-ce qui te convainc de revenir chaque été et de venir jouer dans la CBL. Qu'est-ce que tu aimes de ce 2 mois et demi là?
Ce que j'aime, c'est que l'été, habituellement, tu joues n'importe où. Alors, l'opportunité de vraiment comme aller pour un championnat, c'est ça qui me fait toujours retourner à la CBL. Et spécialement puisque j'ai pas encore gagné un championnat ici. Alors, c'est quelque chose que j'aimerais vraiment ajouter dans ma carrière professionnelle. Et si cet été, je crois que joindre l'Alliance, c'était probablement ma meilleure chance à trouver ce championnat-là que je cherche pour un petit bout de temps. Ça va être ma 3e été à jouer dans cette ligue. Alors, j'espère que, third time's a charm, c'est ce qu'on dit en anglais. J'espère que c'est la même chose cet été.
Quand vous revenez d'Europe, êtes-vous fatigué? C'est dur
Ah ouais.
de commencer une autre saison tout de suite avec
Oui. la fatigue, c'est vraiment un peu plus mental que physique, je crois, quand on retourne en Europe, parce que tu passes toute une saison et puis tu essaies de gagner un championnat. Quand tu ne gagnes pas, il faut vraiment comme passer du temps pour réfléchir et puis pour penser alors les choses que je pourrais faire différemment là-bas, que peut-être je peux amener à l'été. Mais je crois que chaque joueur, si tu n'es pas blessé, après 2 ou 3 semaines, tu commences à réaliser que tu manques le basket tellement. Alors, cette ligue est tellement une très bonne opportunité pour ce genre de joueurs comme moi qui jouent tout le temps n'importe quoi la situation. Alors, pourquoi ne pas essayer de jouer pour un championnat avec des joueurs et puis une ligue qui a de bons professionnels, de bons jeunes joueurs qui sortent de U-Sport, qui sera ici aussi. Alors, c'est une très bonne opportunité. Puis, j'essaie de prendre avantage de ces opportunités, et c'est ça le plus que j'agis. Ouais.
Tu parlais de leadership avec Dwight tantôt. D'où ça vient, le leadership dans votre famille? Évidemment, ton frère, Willy, a une super bonne carrière universitaire. Il est coach maintenant. Toi, tu es un leader comme joueur. Est-ce que c'est vos parents? D'où ça vient, ce leadership-là?
J'ai aucune idée. Je suis le plus jeune de 4 enfants. Alors, j'ai eu de bons exemples en avant de moi avec mes frères et puis ma sœur. J'essaie vraiment d'être un exemple pour les autres là où je suis. Alors, je pense que c'est naturel que je me mette dans cette situation-là. Je me rappelle quand j'étais à l'université, ma 2e année, ils m'ont voté comme capitaine de l'équipe juste parce que la manière que je parlais, la manière que j'étais ami avec tout le monde. Alors, c'était facile pour moi de juste me mettre dans cette situation. Alors, j'ai appris que depuis que je suis vrai à moi-même, que je vais toujours être dans une situation où les gens autour de moi me regardent comme leader. Alors, il faut vraiment faire ça d'une bonne manière. Et puis vraiment réfléchir le plus bon, the best way, comme la meilleure façon pour être leader devant tout le monde. Alors, ouais, à chaque été, à chaque saison en Europe, c'est ça que j'essaie de faire, juste la meilleure version de moi-même. Et puis, j'espère que les autres me regardent de cette même manière aussi.
Merci.
Ouais. Merci tout le monde.